Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a brand new speed build and the first in a long awaited series, which is going to be my brand new renovation series where over the next coming months I'll be renovating your houses as well as some of the houses from EA. So I was sat last night and I was thinking it'd be really nice to kind of kickstart the series off with one of the EA houses, and I decided to have a little look through and see what I could find. So this is Rindle Rose. It's a 2-bed, 1-bathroom build set on a 20 by 15 lot in Willow Creek, and I really thought it was the cutest house and it really needed a renovation. So I decided to get stuck into it and just do a nice, quick, short and sweet renovation. So one of the things that I find a lot with EA houses is the shapes of them and the tones, colours, furniture, everything is just really undesirable, and I honestly think that The Sims do that on purpose just because it then encourages you to kind of go into the build mode and change things up and learn how to build. So one of the things I decided to do was change up the structure of this build. The back of the house actually went to the very back of the lot, and I thought it'd be nicer to kind of make it a bit smaller to create a little bit more of an outdoor space. So with regards to the actual design and colours for the house, I went for a real play on the name of Rindle Rose. The original house had quite a lot of pink feminine tones on the outside with kind of a lightish green roof, and I really wanted to stick with that, so I decided to kind of create a really feminine pink girlyish sort of cottage which was using lots and lots of pastel tones. So I didn't use any restricted packs with this build and it wasn't built to a budget. I literally wanted to see what I could come up with and kind of really spruce this house up because it was in desperate need. It looked very sorry for itself indeed. But by the time I'd finished with it, it came in at just less than 55,000 simoleons. So I actually played around with the outside of this build quite a lot, and there's really not a lot of space to play with, but I sort of wanted to utilise it as best as I could and kind of make the most of it. So I did end up adding in some activities and skill building items, or should I say I managed to fit them in. So I had this little barbecue area at the back, and I added in a flower arranging a table around the side, as well as a chest table to the front of the house as well. So with regards to the floor plan, originally this house was 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and I pretty much wanted to keep it exactly the same. Obviously it's not exactly the same layout, but I wanted to keep with the whole 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So it was actually a lot of fun making this house because pink isn't a colour that I really tend to use unless I'm sort of doing maybe kids rooms. A lot of the builds that I do, I tend to use a lot of neutral colours, and I think that's mainly because A, it's easier, and B, I think when people are downloading a house from the gallery, it's always nice that it's neutral because if you're a male player or you're a female player, you can download it and use it and literally customise it however you like. So this time, really playing on the whole pink theme was quite different, and it was quite a lot of fun to do. I used a lot of kind of pastel tones throughout the house as well, and this is a very feminine style build. I kind of imagine that this home would be a really good home for maybe a single mum or even just somebody who wanted to start a family. And even though it is quite small, it's a house that would suit a family right the way through up to having a second baby, so it's gonna last quite a while. So I'm just finishing off the exterior at the moment, just adding in some finishing touches, and I did actually play around with the exterior of this house so much. I ended up cutting loads out. There was just loads of footage. But I'm just moving on to the inside now, and I really wanted to bring a lot of those sort of pastel feminine colours to the interior, and I wanted it to be really kind of light and breezy. Also, the house was really small, and so I wanted to kind of utilise as much of the space as possible and add as much in as maybe a small family would need. So this was kind of like a kitchen slash dining slash living area. It was a real big open space, which is something again that I don't tend to do a lot in my builds because a lot of the builds I do are a lot bigger and they tend to have like their own independent rooms. So this was a lot of fun to do. Now pink is really not my colour, but I do quite like this sort of dusky pink. So I didn't want it to be too overpowering and sickly pink. So I tried my very best to kind of use a little combination of whites and very sort of dusky pinks to keep it nice and feminine. But honestly, I am having the worst week for editing this week ever. I think in my last video I told you about that I'd basically recorded 3 hours worth of footage twice this week, and both of those files were corrupt. Well, I've literally filmed this entire voiceover to completion, and I went to press file and import, and the whole of Adobe crashed. So I lost my entire voiceover. So I'm just literally like, you know what, head in hands, I'm done for this week. Thank God it's Friday. That's all I can say. And I'm really, really happy it's Friday. I'm just so tired. It's been a really long week actually. So I'm just looking forward to it. Like I say, my husband breaks up from work today, and yeah, I just cannot wait to have some downtime. And I might actually get started on another Netflix series as well. A lot of people are saying American Horror Story is a good one to watch, and my husband's actually already watched that, and he's got some favourite seasons within that programme, so I might actually watch that tonight. It depends how scary it is as to what I can handle. So I think I might have a little bit of downtime this weekend. The next build I do will probably be the subscriber renovation house. I'm working on it currently, and it's just really, really lovely. The house is really beautiful. It's very unique, and the backstory is fantastic. So I can't wait to share that with you. I've literally got the exterior to finish and then moving on to the interior. So I'm looking forward to finishing that one off and getting that one shared with you. So that'll probably be the next build that's coming up. But just coming back to the build, I'm working on the master bedroom, which is actually really quite small, and I'm not really used to doing small rooms because a lot of the houses I do are really quite big, and they've always got kind of like really big rooms, so I tend to fit absolutely everything into them. But with smaller rooms, you've got to kind of think about what you actually want to place in them. So I would say that this master bedroom is probably the most neutral room in the house, and I quite like the way it turned out though. I did feel like it was still very feminine. But the second bedroom, which I'm working on at the moment, is the child's bedroom, and I did decide to make it a pink girly bedroom as well. Again, this one is very small, so it was just about utilising the space and just trying to fit as much into it as I could. And I've really enjoyed doing it. I really love working with big houses, but it's kind of nice and refreshing to work with smaller ones as well. So it was definitely a lot of fun doing this particular build. But this build will be available to download from the Sims 4 gallery. You can either find me under my origin name, which is Simkim Builds, or probably the easiest way to find me is by typing in hashtag simkim. But I'm just working on the bathroom now, which again is just so small. But I've just about managed to kind of fit as much into that as I can before moving on to the final room. Now, the final room was actually the entranceway to the build, and I wasn't entirely sure what to put in this space, but I decided to go ahead and put in kind of like a desk and a PC, and a little bit later on I put in a bookcase. So it's quite a nice open space that you can literally fit whatever you want into. But I really hope you've enjoyed this build. I actually really enjoyed doing this one, I must admit. It was a little bit different than what I normally do. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, it would be amazing to have you on board. And if you'd like to take part in the renovation series, then the hashtag's in the description box below. But I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye.